Hey, how's it going? It is oil pan gasket changing day. Got it right here. Sent to me. Crawl under there, match it up, make sure it's the right one. And because I changed the oil in it just last week, before I knew there was a leak in the oil pan, I added fresh oil. So I got these cake pans I'll be using to drain the oil in so they're clean. If the oil looks good when I drain it out, I'll just reuse it. But if it looks like if it smells like gas or has any kind of particles in it, I'll just use new oil. I'll grab my tools and get under there. So these are 10mm bolts under here holding the oil pan on, and they are very close to the frame. So hopefully this will fit under there. I know it fit on this one. Well, it might just be really close all the way around. I'll just go ahead and break them loose all the way around before, while the oil is still dripping. Well, now that the bolts are all loosened and the oil is still dripping, so I'm gonna give it a few minutes. And while I'm waiting, I made a little board to put the bolts in for the drain pan. I don't know if it's important to keep them in the same place or not, but this is how. Hopefully it'll make sense when I'm putting them back in, that these are the ones that go on the left side and these are the ones that go on the right side. This is the 3 back ones. So I'll carry this with me when I unscrew, and I'll just stick them in directly when I pull them out. I think it's had enough time to drain, so I'll go ahead and remove all these drain pan bolts. We're also going to remove the oil filter housing, and don't forget there's oil in there too. And now it's time to knock it loose. stuck on here pretty good. I don't want to shake it and pull and push too hard or it'll knock the bike over. I don't want it falling on me. So, I don't know. Keep trying. Yep. There we go. Got it. Wow, this gasket is super fragile. No wonder it was leaking. That's what it looks like under there. So there's some pieces of gasket material there and there that I'll have to scrape off. I'll clean this really good all the way around before putting the new gasket on. And to make sure the new gasket fits. Yep. Perfect. Great. I guess we're about halfway there. control. I'll tell you what, this ain't too friendly on the old hip bone. You're trying to rescue me? I don't need rescuing, I'm okay. Alright, come on, go. And the reason I'm using the razor blade under here instead of brushes or something like that is because it is because there's parts of the engine in here and I don't want to throw pieces of stuff that's gonna get stuck up in there and run through the engine. I'd rather keep that as clean as possible. So if I use the razor blade, everything falls, gravity drops it down. There's nothing slinging things back up into the motor. That's some work scraping off that gasket, but I think we're ready to put the new one on. So I just want to get this all this old gasket material out of here so the new gasket will seal perfectly around the edge and there will not be any leaks. If I leave some of this on, then it's prone to leakage wherever the old gasket material is. Well, and I'm not gouging. I'm going really soft with the razor blade. I'm not like digging into it because I don't want to accidentally gouge the aluminum. So it takes a little while to do it this way, but I know it's gonna be good when it's done. When I get some of it done, then I feel around with my fingers and I can feel where it's smooth and where there's still gasket material. So the places where it's smooth I can leave alone, and those that have the gasket I have to continue to work at till it's all gone. Alright, I got both mating surfaces, this and under the bike, perfectly clean so that the gaskets will go on with no leaks. So took me a little while to get it all scraped down, but I can feel all around and it's totally smooth. Now I'm just going to use the air compressor here to blow out the oil pan. Just in case any of the gasket material got down in there. I don't want it recycling through the engines. Now we're ready to put the gasket on and put it back together. So let's see, I'll need my ratchet and my 10mm extension. And my bolts. I got the pan in a, it's being held up by about 4 or 5 bolts. So I'll go around and get the rest of them in there and tighten them up to about the same tightness, and then I'll move around in a star pattern to tighten each one up little by little until I get them all snug, and then I'll test the torque on them. And the torque is only 7 foot-pounds, so be extra careful. I gotta be extra careful I don't tighten it too much. All right, now I can't forget to put the oil drain plug in there. Then we'll fill it with oil and we should be good to go. I got the oil drain plug in, then I added the oil back into it. It was clean, and it's all should be ready to go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crank it and I'm gonna run it for a little while so the engine heats up, and then I'll let it cool down, crank it again maybe tomorrow, whatever, and do the same thing a couple times and go around and tighten all the bolts and look for any leaks. And after it goes through a couple of heating cycles, if there's no leaks, then I know that I did it right. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great night and take care. Bye bye.